Yes. Back again. Yo, Coffee Break with JN is back again. It's been so long, pause. I shouldn't have left you without a podcast to step to. Well, hello, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to Coffee Break with JN. Welcome back to my, let me get my light right, light bright, fixing things with light. It seems like it's bright over there. This is good. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome back to Coffee Break with JN, where all your dreams come true. Such a showman. Thank you. Thank you, good friend. It's good to see you, Ray. How are you? Coffee Break with El Jamal Walton is over. Let me clear the screen. Guys, I've missed us. I would be remiss if I did. It was starting early. Light bright, making things with light, you know what I mean? Good to see you. Let's do a roll call. I see a whole lot of superstars up in here. I see Matt Waringo of the Waringo Dynasty. Well, hello. Good to see you. Paul Pate. What up, Paul Pate? Good to see you. El Boogie. You know El Jamal, LJW, part of the Tiamat of Jamals and Jamars. You know it. Count them off. There's Jamar Nicholas, El Jamal Walton, Jamal Flores, Jamal Campbell, and Jamal Eigel. How could I ever forget? It's a lot of Jamals up in here. Yo, I see Ronaldo. What up, Ronaldo? Good to see you, my man. I said, what up to Paul Pate? What up, Paul Pate? I see Suze. What up, Suze? Suze, you have a show time. You will not fall asleep tonight, dear lady. You're going to stay up, pause, long enough that we're going to do that Suze pose. Johnny Fitz, well, hello, Johnny Fitz. Nice to see you. Everyone's so quiet. Let's get that chat going. I see my man Studio Sky Tiger, aka Ray Anthony. Hey, what up, Ray? Good to see you, my man. Yo, Bill O'Donnell. Yes, y'all. Good to see you. Yo, what up, Mark? Get your life right. Get your light right. Get your mind right. Get your weight up. That's right. Good to see you, my man. I see my man Jason May, one of my favorite cartoonists in the building. What up, Jason? Jason's sleepy. He's telling me that his day has been so long, pause, that you know what? Ugh, come on, Jamar. What's up with this thing happening at 9 o'clock p.m.? People got bedtimes up in this piece. Well, Jason, I'm glad you're here. We're gonna make jeans come. We're gonna make jeans in dreams come true. Yo, what up, ID? Good to see you. Yo, you see the fit? Oh, we might have to talk about that. Yo, Sean Shy, Dorkcha. I'm murdering that. Good day from down under. Good day. How are you? What time is it in Australia? Sue says, I'm woke. I'm awake tonight. All right, you stay up. Good to see you. Ray getting love in the chat. The comic Wiseman, Ray Anthony Height. You know, Ray does get that title. You know, it's funny. There's some of us who people just listen to, and there's other people that people do not listen to. Ray is one of those people that get listens to. That's right. He was going to help me out. I go, hello. You know how this works. Sleep is good for you. And, you know, maybe we'll start there. First, I have to say, welcome back to Coffee Break with JN. I am your humble JN, your friendly neighborhood Grand Poobah, Jamar Nicholas. I see my man ID pointed out the fit. Yo, so I got this is a OG Kwame the Boy Genius hoodie. It's got the hit on the sleeve with the the African blonde streak. You know what happened in '89. I got this from my man. It's nice, y'all. I might have to put this in the dry cleaners when it gets dirty. But yeah, shout out to my man Kwame the Boy Genius. You know Kwame, the guy who changed hip hop. I talk with Mike Hawthorne all the time about, you know, people like to talk about, oh, I remember the Kwame, right? Because Biggie dissed him. I was like, but the path of fashion that Kwame changed what everybody was wearing in hip hop for a long time. People was wearing polka dots hardcore. Look at the Heavy D in the boys video. They all polka dotted out with vertical stripes. It's real. And I respect architects. I'm happy enough to say that I'm friendly enough with him that I could maybe contact him and he'll respond. But it's just like, yo, when I was a shorty, I was always looking out like, yo, everybody does everything the same, but once in a while, there's a goldfish cracker. If you ever look at the goldfish cracker bag, all the goldfish are going this way, but the cracker goldfish is going the other way. You got to switch it up. You got to follow your own path, follow your own light. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like don't let people get it twisted. My man's still out there doing big stuff. So shout out to the boy genius. Maybe one day we'll collab together. Let's see who else showed up here. No ID, don't do it. Yeah, and all love, Ray. You know it. Yo, I see. Yo, he just switched it there. Hold on. Sean Chai says it's 9 p.m. there. Yeah. What are you doing drinking coffee so late? Yup. It's 1 p.m. here. Still okay for coffee time. As my caffeines, and you know who you are, caffeines. Let me see if I can find my band. I haven't done this in a while. Friends and regulars, not decaf. Coffee break with JN. You know that the undiagnosed ADHD has me up, calming down with a hold on, representing Black Santa up in his piece. This is my last cup of coffee for the night, and I drink it at 9 p.m. and then it eases me out. It doesn't ratchet me up. It brings me. The wheels come out, so I can have a smooth landing for the rest of my night. I'm interested in how you found the coffee break. Have you been watching Pencil to Pencil? I'd love to hear your story. Yes, thank you. Yo, I was about to say, what up? I see Notorious JRD. No, Notorious. JRD's in the building. Good to see you. Yo, we got a whole lot of superstars up in here. Yes, I see my man Ben Harvey. You know my man Ben Harvey, my favorite student. That's right. Ben and I go back so far. He was a pupil of mine. I'm gonna just put a little respect on that. Ben's doing big things. Ben's doing magnificent covers for almost all of the mainstream comic book companies. He's doing tell him Ben, all those Doctor Doom covers are all Ben's. The Ghost Rider joint. I just saw the West Coast Avengers poster in the comic book store in the rack. You remember the slap rack? It's like, yo, that's a Ben Harvey. Yo, that's a Ben Harvey. Come on, man. Yo, just for Ben, I think we're going to have to do it, guys. Pinkies up. This might be the first sip of the night. Get your sippers up for my man Ben Harvey. Putting the comic book world on notice. Sipping out of Kris Kringle's head. Shout out to Black Santa. you know the slap rack. Blah, blah, blah. I love it. Oh, that was a good episode when we had Dave Kellett and Brad Geiger on. What a great episode. Well, thanks for hanging out, man. Pencil to Pencil's taking a break. We took a break this week, but we'll be back next week with, I believe, the 11th. Val DeLandro is going to be on, so I'm really excited about that. Thanks for coming on for the other programming. Jerry Kraft, you know my man Jerry Kraft. Jerry Kraft says, Knicks up by 21, so I can stop in. Hashtag garbage time. I mean the game, not call. Thank you, Jerry Kraft. Do I even have to announce this man? You guys, you know who this dude is. What? Look at that. It's real. I actually know him. And I think at this point we can say he knows me. You know the Newbery Medal Award-winning Jerry Kraft, Coretta Scott King Award-winning Jerry Kraft, Kirkus Award-winning Jerry Kraft, New York Times bestseller Jerry Kraft, first base Jerry Kraft, second base Jerry Kraft, third base Jerry Kraft, Jerry Garcia, shortstop Jerry Kraft. You know who this guy is. Hey Jerry, nice to meet you tonight. Thanks for hanging out. You almost broke my brain. the national treasure, Jerry Kraft, uh, with with the what was dude's name? Nick Cage glasses, the superstar. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, we should. Jerry and I should do like a Bad Boys buddy movie, like where we play semi-retired cops. I'd watch that. So, guys, I've been away for a while. I feel like we've been away. I've been away so long. The last time I was on here, I think I shaved. So that must have been October, and now it's December, and my beard is back. It's looking kind of, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You see it. You see the Riz. Um, and a lot of stuff has happened in that time. I hope everyone has been healthy and safe. We had Halloween, Thanksgiving passed, a lot of craziness. Jason missed the shave. Yo, yeah, I look rested and glowed up. Mark says, "You've been going so long, you owe us child support." Yo, Carlos, you know the man, Carlos. Carlos says, "Chia, looking all good. You looking all good." Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, you see it. Even Susan's like, okay, okay, okay. You see me. There's things like there was a moment, and I know there's some lists. I am probably not on those lists because people ain't checking for JM, but they would think like, oh, who are the sexiest guys in comics? Who's the most handsome guy in comics? There's always these dudes with like sloped foreheads. Come on, y'all. You see the man shining. Let's call it what it is. You know what I mean? Even though I'll never make your list, I'm number one in your heart. So let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. JRD says that's a good length for chin scruff. Can't you just call it a beard? Adds gravitas without being too long. Pause. That it's out of control. You know what? I make it work. However you want to do it. Mark getting love in the chat. So a lot of stuff has happened. Um, and we're kind of like in wrap up mode, right? What did Jerry say? We're in garbage time. A lot of you guys are getting ready for the holidays. A lot of you guys are getting ready for whatever. And I was on my Patreon exclusive podcast, It Ain't Hard to Tell, or IAHTT, that I do with mega comic book superstar Mike Hawthorne. We were just talking about this, is that you incur a lot of expenses this time of year, right? A lot. And this is like we're about to enter the grown man, grown woman, Gen X hour, where it's like, yo, stuff's expensive. You know, I'm sure some of y'all still smarting from buying a 9-foot skeleton for Halloween. Now you got to turn around and do Christmas. Where are you going to put that skeleton anyway? Right? And it's like, oh man. So you just how much you pay for that turkey? You know what I'm saying? JRD says, yeah, I'm in when did it become December? It's like almost the middle of December already. Uh, and I had said earlier, it's funny, like when you were shorty, your only thing that you needed to be uh, privy to was being in the dining room on time so you could eat your turkey and then you leave. Right? Yeah, that's it. That's your commitment for the night. And don't say anything stupid. Jason says you just put it so this means that the skeleton has not left your your front lawn, and we're just gonna make him Jack Skellington. I like it. That's not a bad glow up. No, Bill. What up, Bill? Did I say hello to you, Bill O'Donnell? Hello, Bill O'Donnell. You heard the echo in the night of Mariah Carey. I love that Mariah Carey has become some sort of like winter spirit. And when you see her white go-go boots, you know it's Christmas. Y'all leave Mariah Carey alone. Mariah Carey may be one of the last divas. When you talk about the era of the diva, I think she earned her stripes. Mariah Carey is a legit diva, I'm not saying that in a bad way, as we've kind of characterized divas to be. But you think about, if you know this man, you think about your like I don't know, kind of like superstar divas. Like you think about like Ghostbusters. See, Mariah Carey is one of the harbingers of Christmas, like Shaking Marley. Spirit, take me away from this place, Spirit. I like Mariah Carey. Y'all need to stop dunking on Mariah Carey. She ain't never do nothing to y'all. She did nothing to you. I like Christmas music. I like Black Christmas music. Shout out to Black Santa. Black Santa says, shake a hand, shake a hand. You know what I'm saying? El Boogie says, me and Mariah go back like babies with pacifier. So anyway, I was trying to talk about divas. So you talk about like the Aretha Franklins, the Patti LaBelles, the Whitney Houstons, the Mariah Carey. And I remember reading this. I remember watching this thing wasn't too long ago about Nick Cannon, and I am not in a celebrity whatever, but they're like, Nick Cannon, how could you like mess up being married to Mariah Carey? And I know some of you goons in the chat are gonna be like, yo, was she singing all the time? Like, put respect on Mariah Carey's name. But Nick Cannon, I'm paraphrasing, said, I'm not gonna be a dude that's gonna stand around in the light of Mariah Carey. Nick Cannon's a superstar. Mariah Carey's like over there. And you got to have the right personality to be married to like someone who's got like a gigantic light like that. You know what I mean? It kind of makes me think about how, Hollywood people marry other Hollywood people. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is funny. And I always talk about this. I seem like I always come back to this. One of my favorite movies I hate is Notting Hill. That Sandra Bullock. Was it Sandra Bullock? No, what's the other one? Pretty Woman. What's her name? And Hugh Grant. And she's playing herself as a super Hollywood superstar who's kind of escaping the paparazzi, and she goes to England for to kind of just like get away after she just made this blockbuster movie, and runs into mild Julia. There you go, Julia. It's her face, Julia Louise Dreyfus. You know who I'm talking about. Raul Julia goes to what's a woman's name? Thank you. Thank you. Julia Roberts goes to this goes to England and like goes into this bookstore, and mild mannered Hugh Grant, like, foppishly falls in love with her. And so, it's like a really pure thing. She's like a superstar, and he's just like some dude. So she kind of hides out with him and hangs out in his flat with his weirdo flatmate who doesn't wear pants. And she's kind of like, yo, this is really nice. And then all of a sudden, the paparazzi show up at the door, and then she like storms out like, I thought I could trust you. You're like all of the rest of them. It just leaves him hanging. And I'm just like, is this what Christmas is all about? So, and I'm just like, I think this is like, it's a perfect example of why that stuff doesn't really work. It's just like there's levels to this. Sean Chai says, I've always thought that was a bad idea. Marrying another actor is just asking for professional jealousy to seep into your marriage. Better to marry someone in a completely different industry. You know what? I think there's something there. Also, I know, being a cartoonist, I know plenty of kind of working couples. I mean, we'll talk about this for a minute, and I actually have some stuff to talk about. Where I think it works or it doesn't work, or like, does it ever get contemptuous? Is that the right word? Like, what if one of you guys is up and the other one's not? Or like, are you stealing each other's clients? Ray says, competing celebs never work out for too long. Ask Chris, as Chris Rock would say, sometimes you got to play the tambourine. Suze is talking about Christmas movies. Die Hard, a much better Christmas movie. You know, Beat Street is a great Christmas movie. Yo, what up, Jeff Jalapeno? I know who you are. What up, Jeff? Good to see you, brother. Um, good looking out to you and Dr. Christie. Hope everything's okay. Um, great to see you, man. We're starting to get into it. We're talking about celebrities, celebrities marrying other celebrities that are higher up in the food chain than they are. Nick Cannon did not want to play the tambourine, right? And Jardine says it's also just what kind of person they were before they became famous. And I think that's a thing, right? I think people have this assumption of what fame is. And, I'm not clearly not talking about myself, but, I think people kind of forget that it's work, right? When you talk about, oh, like, oh, this whatever rapper du jour girl with no pants on is like, shaking her butt and making people go crazy, but she probably had to get up at 4 in the morning to get in a car and go to the studio and go to the thing and have to do the choreography and then do press junkets and then do the, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody's got a job to do. And I think people get lost in just like the glitz of it, or like, I'm hanging out with, I was about to show my age. I'm hanging out with Kurt Loder on the set of MTV News, chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's got a job to do. Sean, look, you're gonna be the MVP of the night. You got your caffeine's better step it up. It's coming for your spot. Yeah, I know some cartoonists where it's more like a business partnership. One handles the art and the other handles the admin. That seems to work well because they're not competing; they're collaborating. Yeah, and I think that I mean there's some cases of that. Um, kind of what you're talking about seems a little bit like one of them works for the other. I know a lot of people who, and this may not be what you're talking about. I'm just kind of adding on to it. Let's say, like, there's a cartoonist whose wife is the manager or the administrator, or like yells at people when the checks don't show up, and that's a thing, But if both of them have drafting tables in the attic and they're trying to work, you know, I think it's cool, but I also think there's something to be said about opposites attract. I just saw, was it, who was it? I think it was Lady Gaga and some new person she was with, who I think is just like a normal, like a muggle, and or he might be like a tech bro or something, and she has him out on the red carpet, and he's in a suit, and he's just like trying to like put his hand in his pocket and like blinking at all the flashing lights, and she keeps like checking in with him, and she's kind of like, "You all right? You okay? Yeah, yeah. This is just a lot. Okay, I'm with you. You're okay." And I thought that was really sweet. I don't know how long that lasts, but also, that's when you're bringing somebody into your world, and that may not work either. But the chat is talking about Christmas movies, so it seems like we're on a whole other thing. Paul Pate says, I have no idea about famous people, but my wife would kill me if she had to work with me. Yo, shout out to that. Some, not in the opposites attract, but you know how everybody's pieces fit. Then that there's no pause with that. And it's just like, I know that she's good at this, and I don't want to battle her over that. Like, you kind of play your spots, right? Sue says, I just yell at Matt when the checks don't show up. He's my muggle. Yo, where my check? You better have my money. So, all right, before we run out of time, because when I've been doing coffee break lately, it seems like I run out of time because we're just kind of randomizing stuff. I have a little bit of a thing to talk about. Now, it's almost Christmas, and shout out to all the other things going on, like Hanukkahs and whatever you're into. Happy holidays. We'll keep it safe. Last time this last time last year around this time, I was really into talking about the 80s Sears gift catalog. Yo, I call Shogun. What's up? Oh man, hold on. ID says, who else got a phone alert? Oh shit. To evacuate their house for a tsunami alert. Yo, you gotta go. Oh, yo, I heard about the earthquakes, and now I just heard about a tsunami. Yo, be safe out there, y'all. I don't even know, like, where are you gonna go to? That's really real. What up, Shogun? All right. I forgot what I was talking about. That's right. The Festivus for. All right, I can't keep up with the chat. You guys talk amongst yourselves. And yeah, I hope everybody was safe out there. I talked to one of my buddies who lives out there, who's not here in the chat, who said, "Meh," but I'm sure it was wild. It's crazy. The world's on its ear right now. So, the natural disasters. Can somebody draw that real quick? Earthquake and typhoon, like stepping over the Capitol Records building. I talked about the toy guide, and as you guys know, this is the Gen X hour where I talk about the 80s and 70s and sometimes the 90s. And that was fun, but I don't really want to kind of approach Christmas. Maybe we'll do another coffee break before Christmas. But I wanted to talk about this. So my man Jason just sent me some stickers. A lot of you guys know I love stickers. Something happened to me. I love stickers. I know a lot of 80s kids love stickers. And I think a big part of the sticker thing was that you would get stickers as an attaboy in school. Like you got a good grade and the teacher would put a little sticker on your paper, and we used to collect those. And it was a good incentive to kind of do well in class. But I totally the Shockmaster. He trips through the thing and puts his glittery Star Wars helmet back on. Sting, Sting, I'm coming for you, Sting. I love bad wrestling. All right. So I thought we would talk about stuff that you may have forgotten about from the 80s. And I know we've covered so many subjects, but I had a couple of things I wanted to share real quick. Let me see if this is going to. Exhibit A, scratch and sniff stickers. Can we speak on this for a second? I got Chet Hirsch's face in the background. I call Shogun. Oh man, hold on. The chat's going so fast. I'm clicking on the wrong people. I call Shogun, says, I like stickers, got that sticker anxiety. If I put it somewhere, it's going to go to waste despite that's being what it's for. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Ray is triggered. Yes. Yes. Bill says, oh, the smells are popping. This is before Harry Potter jelly beans. Scratch and sniff stickers. And we need to speak. Yes, Sue's winning Team Grape. Grape was the best. So let's try to go through these real good. Some of these I don't think I've ever seen. So we're talking at the top left. We have a banana split. Chris, shout out to Chris Mariano of the Leaping Mariano Brothers. Hello, Chris. Chris says, I can smell them from here. I can smell them now. Guys, put in the chat, what was your favorite scratch and sniff sticker? Mark says, still like stickers. I have them plastered all over my Tundra's back window. Are stickers childish? That's a great question. Because now people are like, oh, I like stickers. I put them on my I was about to say my Kelly Clarkson. I put it on my Kelly Clarkson. I put it on my Yeti. I have them on my water bottle. What about you guys? Team Ronaldo, Stick of the Planet. Stick of the Planet LLC. That's Ronaldo's business. Cherry, no doubt, no doubt, no diggity, no doubt. JRD says, I bought a big sketchbook to keep stickers to ease sticker anxiety. Started it all with one of Joel, recipes Joel Carroll's, with Joel Carroll stickers. All the extras go on stuff. Yeah, I had a bunch of these stickers. There's some of these I don't remember. Like, what does fantastic smell like? Like the house cleaner? I deal with root beer. Yes, I used to get that with root beer. What about over here? Let's go to the first row. We have banana splits, apples, your tops, a Christmas tree, a bee, scooper duper. I hope that's chocolate ice cream or is it poop? Happy birthday candles, a balloon, candy apple. Guys, what happened to candy apples? Candy apples was such a giant thing in the 80s. Now nobody cares about candy apple. Is that a record? What is it? A boot, a tree, a old plum, the Easter basket, expertly done with a bird. Does that smell like eggs? You're a cut above the rest. Yeah, root beer was a good one. JRD like root beer and grape. Stickers cover my drawing board, Paul Pate says. My favorite indie comic artist. Shogun says, I've never had a candy apple. I think you're not missing anything. Now, also a thing, and I saw the commercial, and did I put this on one of my commercial coffee breaks where I put a bunch of commercials on? Or maybe I'm dreaming this. There was a thing in the 80s, like the actual was like the late 70s, early 80s. And it was from like Kraft or one of those companies, and it was caramel sheets. And they came in almost like, when you get like processed cheese, like in a pack, like, and there's like a little wax paper between every slice of cheese. Now we're talking about caramel and candy. Yeah, it's got me. Okay, so there were caramel singles, and what you were supposed to do is you were supposed to take. How did this work? You took a bunch of apples and you put them on a baking sheet, and you either you put the apple on the caramel, you put the caramel on the apple, probably that. But the caramel on the apple, you formed it around there, and you put the stick in it, and then you put them in the oven. And then the whole family eats caramel apples. But I was talking to one of my neighbors, like, yeah, we just ate the caramel. We never got to the apple part. Mark says Wilford Brimley ruined candy apples with his diabetes. How did Wilford Brimley become the poster child for diabetes? But yeah, you're right. Yes, caramel sheets to make caramel apples. And now the chat wants Shogun to have a candy apple. So, right. There was a random candy apples with shredded coconut mixed in. Ugh. So wait a minute. Just to clear this up for Shogun, candy apples are an apple with a stick, and they're kind of like drizzled in this. It almost looks like shellac, like this hardcore sugar. It's like glittery sugar substance, and they'll rip your fillings directly out of your head. You gotta have a clean bill of dental health to be messing with candy apples. Uh, Shogun says caramel and apple is a strong combo. Having to eat it like you're eating a whole apple is a pass. Oh yeah, Jared's got the hack. Shogun, you're good. What's better are apple slices dipped in caramel sauce. Yes, that is no joke. If you have, I'm sure, or for any of the parents, you're not handing your kid a candy apple because you're going to be paying for that until they go to college. It's not you got to be S tier expert level to be eating candy apples out here. It's crazy. That's what's my man saying. That's nasty work. It's diabolical. So all right, I have some other things to show you here. So okay, so this was the scratch and sniffs, and let me see if I can get to the next one. This right here had me in a chokehold in third grade. Pac-Man stickers, yo. I would be the best kid in class if I could get. And then I was like begging the teacher, like, "Yo, can I get an inky?" And she's like, "You boy, get out my face." They built teachers different when we were in school. Boy, you better sit down and get out my face. Hold on a second. El Boogie says, You can still buy the candy to make candy apples. I just saw them at the grocery store. Apple is sweet. Candy is sweet. Come on. Yo, Chris Pierce, Comic Tropes. Yes, is drinking coffee right now. What up, man? It's good to see you. JRD, you had the whole sticker sheet? Well, see, this was the thing. When we were kids, the teacher just had like a stack of these and she would just put them when she's grading papers. But it never occurred to me to go to a store and buy my own sticker sheet because it was the thrill of being awarded this thing. What a great incentive. I mean, that's kind of how simple we were. But and you get like one of these, and if you mess up with your test, you ain't getting none of it. But you would kind of like try to peel it off of the paper, and everybody had like a sheet of paper that they were kind of saving these stickers on. Ray says, I only knew about Inky, Blinky, and Clyde. These other ghosts are walk. All right, hold on, I got you. So this is it, because I'm a giant video game nerd. Those other names, Shadow, Speedy, Shadow, Speedy, Bashful, and Pokey, those are the Japanese names for the ghosts. That's it. And Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde are the Americanized versions. Right. I think we're in the same thing. Wah wah. I don't know what happened. Maybe I clicked something, but we're back. I don't know. I might have had a drop or something. Sorry about that, you guys. Bill wouldn't know. Did I pay my bill? There it is. Thank you. Took a station break. So wait, and I should know this because I'm a giant Pac-Man mark. I think can somebody fact check this real quick and find out the Pac-Man ghosts and how this works? Because I know Pinky, Inky. There's no wait a minute. Inky, Pinky, Blinky, Clyde, and Sue was an alternate in Miss Pac-Man. But then the cartoon kind of put them all in the same space. So there were 5 ghosts, something like that. Fact checkers, get me here. um, Sue says, when I do training sessions at work, I give out stickers. Everyone loves them, yes. Right. And as you guys know, I love stickers, and even on my Patreon, I have sticker club and we give out stickers. And this is something that I just saw. When I was on my book tour, I was at this one great place. Go to Park Books in Severna Park, Maryland, and they had yeah, Susan's doing some strong arming in the chat. They had sticker books. And guys, did you know about sticker books? They're just, I guess it's a whole blank book filled with like, I don't know what kind of paper it is, but maybe it's waxy enough that you can apply a sticker to it and then peel it off. Huh. Chris says apparently there were only 4 names at a time, and Sue was more creative for the cartoon. So she wasn't in a game. This is interesting, Chris Pierce. Comic Tropes, we're on to something. So, and thanks for being a fact checker. You get a Nah John prize from me. So all right, let's go on to the next thing. But yeah, stickers were big, and this is like the early video game like merchandising era. I had Donkey Kong stickers, and they were like really like if you look at those. Oh, I lost the thing. I'm talking to the screen and it's not up. Hold on a second. If you look at this, I mean, they don't look like the actual characters, like the 8-bit characters, but they look close enough. And they all kind of had this like funky design to them, like somebody drew them, but wasn't exactly sure how they work. It's like somebody's uh, im- uh, interpretation of it. So Ronaldo got a sticker book. Ronaldo says, "I bought a sticker book to display my stickers for sale on my table at show." Tell me about sticker books because I never knew that was a thing. Yo, D Parson, what up, D Parson? Guys, look at all these superstars in the chat. D Parson is the superstar cartoonist behind Rosebuds, the syndicated comic strip. Go read it right now. Well, not right now, after coffee break. JRD says, I also remember the sticker books where you had to buy packs like baseball cards. Yes, like those thin ass books that just had kind of like chalk outlines where the stickers go. And then you buy the stickers like booster packs and hopefully you find a sticker. Oh, JRD, you unlocked that one. I forgot about that. Huh. The sticker books where you had to buy packs like baseball cards and fill the books which had themes like NFL, MLB. Those, yo, those were those were high tier. I really enjoyed those, and you kind of and that was really you would trade with other people if like everybody in your little clique is doing football. Yes, by Panini. Everybody's like saluting that. Ronaldo says it's great. The pages are like backing paper on the stickers that you peel off so you can move and keep reusing them. I love it. Sean Chai says, I remember having sticker albums when I was a kid for school work, but I can't remember if I could remove the stickers. Yeah, see, that was like the delicate science. If you could get them off the paper without it ripping. It was sticky, so I could stick paper awards too and had a film cover. Oh, like you put a almost like remember the little drawing tablet, the drawing slate. I don't know if they had these in Australia. It was just like a thin piece of cardboard and it had like almost like wax paper, and then there was like a little plastic sheet that when you lifted it up, it would erase your drawing. Ronaldo says, I still do the sticker books. I do the World Cup one every 4 years. They still make those? I hate to be that dude that says they still make something because I know they still make stuff. But that's exciting to me. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what else was here. And just to keep it moving on stuff you may have forgotten, do you guys remember this? Yo, I don't remember where I was. No, you know what? I was in a library, and because of the stuff I do, I'm like looking around in like the kids part of the library, looking at the books, and they had a wall of Sweet Pickles books. Do you guys remember Sweet Pickles? Pause. These were these very odd, almost disturbing picture books, and it was a whole series. Jared, you remember this stuff? I you know what? I think this stuff. I want to say I was almost too old for this. I remember these things may have came out in like '84 or something like that. And I don't know. Like I'm kind of interested in like looking back into these things. Um, I remember somebody was like a friend of the family. Their kid had these. I did not have these. I think I was too old for this stuff, and I was a pretty advanced reader. Fingernail paint emoji, but Jared says these were all over the doctor's office. I remember these, but and also it's funny how I don't connect because I was, especially at that age, I loved anything that was like cartooned or cartoon or illustrated like in a cartoon style. And I don't remember being connected to this stuff. I always thought it looked kind of weird. Hmm. Chris says, "What about a book riffing on all the classic kids books like this? Richard Scarry, Where's Waldo, Mr. Helpful with Leon." That's interesting. Like my mind is wide open off of this. But you know what? I don't know. Stuff like that, I feel like I'm better off just doing something completely not into the, "Oh, guys, remember this?" Because I feel like that kinda age dates me or ages me. But I'm still like, my head's still blown open by finding this stuff. Shogun says, "We had a local version of that, but less creepy." Yes, Jamal, this is I think that's where we were. I was too busy reading Choose Your Own Adventure books, and I just watched this essay on YouTube about Choose Your Own Adventure books. You know, they're making them again, and that stuff. I have to say that has to apply to a lot of my imagination was these Choose Your Own Adventure books, and then right after that, I started playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it made perfect sense to me. It wasn't like this weirdo thing. Where's the board? Like I got it. Suze doesn't remember that. Yeah, I think these things. Can some one of the fact checkers find out when did the Sweet Pickles books start coming out? I gotta say they're like maybe 1980, 81. And I don't, I was already in like elementary school around there. These are kind of like little kid books. Ronaldo says, I didn't have those. I had Berenstain Bears and the Mercer Meyer books. Yeah. And they're all kind of weird looking. Me too, Iguana. Nuts the Nightingale. Fixed by Camel Paws. JRD says, yeah, they were too young for me, but it was that or crap like People or Women's Week in the doctor's office. Well, I hope you understand where I'm coming from, Chris, because it's just like it's so easy to fall into a trap where you're just doing something to do it, and then you did it, and then people are like, huh, and then they move on, and I feel like that would maybe weaken my tea, so to speak. No knock on who people who do stuff like that, but I'm just like super protective of what I'm trying to do with the Leon stuff. I'd say I would never do it for something else though. Jamal says, I bought a collection of the first Choose Your Own Adventure books off Amazon. There are also board games now. I just heard about that. Bill says, also Choose Your Own Adventure was a trademark. I thought it was a book style. Now it's a thing with the red bar. Yeah. I love Choose Your Own Adventure books. I actually did this when I was in some weird like eBay summer. People have like hot girl summer. I had eBay summer, and I tried to get the whole collection, the Choose Your Own Adventure books, and then I kind of had it, and I'm just like, why did I do that? And I think I gave them. I think I gave them away. I think I gave them to a library, like a school library. So good on them. All right, hold on, I'm not ready for that. We're going to start wrapping up soon. Um, I was definitely more familiar with the Mr. Men books. Is that the like Mr. Dot, Mr. Triangle, Mr. And then also shout out to remember in the late 80s, the Saurus t-shirts. Shout out to my man Cliff Galbraith, creator of Rat Bastard Comics, and also, as we used to call it, Cliff's show, when Cliff Galbraith was running the East Coast Comic Con in Secaucus, New Jersey. Cliff was behind that very trendy short. Remember, like Taylorasaurus, Sportsosaurus, like all of those things that were really hot. Cliff made those. It's crazy. Jody says, "Oh, talking to Bill." Yeah. So anyway, I thought it was interesting to kind of take a look back at this stuff that we kind of, on all this stuff that they keep remixing and remaking, we kind of come from a simpler time in a way where like we were excited by just getting a sticker. Does that make us simple? And now, well, people are still excited by saying, I love making stickers. Um, it's good to see so many people that love them as well. But I don't know. Can you get scratch and sniff stickers made now? Or like what do you call it? The scented markers? Yeah, so we have a couple of stuff to do before we run out of time. Sue's report to the dance floor. Sue's Ringo, I'm calling your number, sis. Get over here. and I will dial up the pose. But she has to answer the 10 count. Guys, it was great hanging out with you guys. I don't know where the time goes. Uh, well, yeah, they still exist, but can you can you get stuff made with smells in it? You know what I'm saying? Suze, you're here. Thank you. All right, you guys. They still make those? They sound like they still do pro wrestling? Thank you, Shogun. All right, Suze, you're here. Guys, if you're new here, oh no, Ray, you're uh, I'm not familiar with that. You got the scratch, we got the itch. Guys, it's the time of the program where we celebrate the matron saint of coffee breaks, Suze Ringo, with the time honored tradition. Let's get ready for it. I'm not even ready. You ready? I'm not ready. Dude, I'm so rusty. I haven't done this in so long. Pause. I put my hand upon your chip, then I dip, you dip, we dip. So I messed it up. Damn it. Sue's pose. That was a good one. Pose so cold, wet froze. Put your hand upon my hip, then I dip, you dip, I dip. Are you ready, Ron? That was good. And I love that the Sue's pose lives out in the world. Shout out to my man Brad Tree. Thank you. That I see the caffeines out in the street and they're all doing the Sue's pose. Everybody's got a thing here. I love it. All right, guys, I'm just wrapping up. I have some stuff to share with you. Um, as I can't do this stuff without you. Thank you for entertaining me for the Gen X hour. Shout out to my Kwame sweatshirt. So not too long ago, um, actually Tuesday, I was in New York City. Yes, New York City, where I was at the mothership. The mothership is what I affectionately call Scholastic headquarters in Soho in South Houston, where I got to be in conversation with that little lady who's next to me, uh, who is Dr. Carla Hayden. And Dr. Carla Hayden is the Librarian of Congress from Washington, D.C. And her people were in New York. And Scholastic hosted a really great event where myself and Gail Galligan, one of my favorite cartoonists and book author illustrators who had a long run on the Babysitters Club adaptations at Scholastic, and also Freestyle and Fresh Start is their new book coming out. And we got called up. JN, can you come talk to the Librarian of Congress? Yes, I can. So we went up there and we did the thing, and she is such a very sweet person. And we talked about literacy and graphic novels and how that fits into our world as it stands. The person on the far left is Peter Warwick, the CEO of Scholastic, the top of the ladder there. So you can kind of imagine who was in that space that night. Pretty cool. Yeah, and Dr. Hayden is fantastic. Oh, damn. uh, so so here we are doing the thing, and it was a really fantastic night. And what a great evening where it was just Gail and I and all of these people, and we just had a really great sit down conversation. There was another kind of like a press scrum where I did some interviews, like speaking to the camera. I don't know where they're going to show up. I have no idea where they're going to show up. But it was a great event, great evening, and that's kind of what I'm doing. So this is almost the official end of my book tour for Leon Worst Friends Forever. Um, culminating in stuff like this. And man, how amazing is that? Um, it was a fantastic evening, and there was a lot of well wishing. There were a lot of people who were like very excited to meet me. What do you think of that, you guys? And I just was really honored to be invited to speak about such lofty subjects in front of such um, lofty company. So thank you guys so much for listening to that. Thank you guys also for your support. Leon Worst Friends Forever is out in the world. Guys, I started doing this book tour in September. Now it is December, and I've been all over the world, and I can't find my baby. You see what I did there? Guys, we did it, but we're still not done. We still got to keep it moving. If you have not picked up Leon Worst Friends Forever yet, what are you doing? Please go cop it. It's in soft cover, it's in hardcover, wherever books are sold. I love that I get to say that about things. And thank you, Ray. That was very incredibly cool. So yeah, you give him a call and tell him about that balloon. You get on that. That's right. But don't put my name in it. You do that of your own volition. Thank you guys so much. And it's just it doesn't stop. So here's another thing that's really interesting in this world that I'm in, and I'm glad Ray's here, and I'm glad all my other luminary friends are here. And on It Ain't Hard to Tell, we talked a lot about optics and what people think things are and what they really are. And one of the things are we're all still working. I'm still working. The book tour was work. I was working. I'm trying to get my name out there. I'm trying to get Leon out into the world. There's a lot of great people who are like, oh, I love Leon. And there's more people who are like, I don't know what that is. So that's why tours are important. That's why having my face on things is important. That's why getting the word out. That's why having a street team is important. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't automatic like people just don't automatically just like buy my stuff because it's there. You still got to get the word out. You can tell them, Ray, right? It's just the the paradigms just shift, but you're still working. Like when you hear like these Hollywood types who have been on a show for a long time and they go, how does it feel to be a part of this cast or whatever? And they just like, I'm just happy to be working. And that seems like such a weirdo thing because like, wow, this person's a superstar, but everybody needs to work. And this is what I do. You know what I mean? So I don't want anybody to ever get the thing that I'm sitting around on the beach, like I'm in this chair 20 hours a day working. So part of Coffee Break is this platform where I get to talk about my stuff. We get to kick it, and I'm still working. Tell them, Ray. Preach. You're your own best marketing team always. Yes, thank you. Bill West. Bill West says, "Hey, Jamar, glad I called you tonight. Good to see you, Bill West." Bill says, "I got your book and reviewed it on Wist Lore. Keep on keeping on, brother. Thank you. Please send me that review. I'd love to hear about it." And guys, if any of you guys have picked up Leon Worst Friends Forever, even if you didn't get it from Amazon, you didn't get it from Bezos, that's fine. Get it from wherever you want to get it from. Please go to Bezos and put a review in for Worst Friends Forever because that helps all the algorithms. Right now, I think there's like almost no reviews about. I think there's 4. Can you guys please help me with that? Change that. And you don't have to make stuff up. Please use your heart. When I was teaching in college and it was the review thing came out, and I said, "Listen, guys, I'm not going to try to finesse you guys. Write how you feel, and I'm going to go down the hall to my office, and in 20 minutes I'll come back. I'm not going to try to tell you what to put on the sheet. Tell us how you feel about Leon. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Whatever. Just put something there. Please review for this stuff and put it on Bezos. Thank you." Guys, I was kind of low at the beginning of this week, and I realized that some of it is because I have this compulsion, this compunction to share with you. I've never been a flexer. For all of you guys that know me, and this room is filled with people who know me, you know my character. I've never been like I don't stunt. I just share what's going on with me with you, and hopefully it inspires somebody. If I have haters out there in the world, that's their problem. I'm just doing my thing, and I hope I inspire people to do their thing. Don't do my thing. You do your thing. And I'll say things like, I kind of don't enjoy when people say, "Hey, if I can do it, you could do it." I don't know if you could do it, and that's not a flex. It's just like, is you do what you do, and I hope I'm doing my thing to the best of my ability. Ray says, "Creator cartoonist is only one of many hats. You are awesome, my friend. Love you and your hustle. Thank you so much." Sue says, "I'll get on Amazon this week and review. Thank you so much." And thank you guys so much. Thank you. I appreciate you to feel that. Um, so yeah, that's kind of it, you guys. Thanks. Shit, I didn't finish the coffee. Let me drink this real quick. We're doing a little overtime. You guys say something and I'll react to it. I told you this coffee is ice cold, you guys. But you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Really, like I said, the whole reason I do this stuff is just I'm a talker. I'm a sharer, and I I have a platform now. So why don't I use it? No, this is free overtime. And El Boogie, it's great to see you, man. We need to catch up. I feel like I haven't talked to you in months. Thank you for this like amazing group of people that get to hang out with me and want to listen to me run my mouth. I really appreciate you guys. If you want more of me, consider joining my Patreon. Why don't you? Just tonight, there's I don't know what they call it, community communication, something like that. There's a group chat, and the group chat is almost like on your phone, like a group text. And anybody that's part of my Patreon campaign, we just jump in and out of it. And I have a couple of different things. I have an AM, a Jamar, Ask Me Anything art, where people just ask me questions and I answer them. I have my marketplace because trying to prune some of my stuff. Jump on there, and I might sell you something from the studio. And those are the kind of things that are kind of very. I want them to be low wattage for me. I don't want to get on Facebook Marketplace. I don't want to dick around on eBay. Like I've acquired some cool stuff over the years. Hey, you guys, I think somebody would like this. I'll give you a good deal on it, and then it's done. It's done. Only on my Patreon. Also, like I said, it ain't hard to tell. My podcast with Mike Hawthorne every 2 weeks, fortnightly, we drop a really great question and answer episode for the price of a cup of coffee. You could join my Patreon. So fix that. Correct your actions. Fix your face. I didn't. Where did you send those? I want to see it. Ray says I start a podcast next month. I may ask you for advice. I'm right here. Yes. Yo, please come back. I love your energy. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And I have a whole hot mug system. I haven't used it in a while, but it's a like a digital mug. It's like this, and it comes with a sensor plate that's plugged in. And when you put the mug on the plate on your phone, you can like ratchet up the temperature, and it just like keeps your jaw hot. I love it. Yo, Reed Punk Taco, what up, Adam? Good to see you. I love it. All right. Okay. All right. I got you, Jamal. Tim says, what streaming hardware tools are you using? This is StreamYard. That's it. I've been using StreamYard for like 4 or 5 years. The things have just started to change. Not in love with what they're doing on the platform. I have concerns, but I've used it for so long, and it's really easy. But they're kind of like crunching down on the creators, and I might have to go someplace else. Yeah, I have the app on my phone, but hit me up and I'll try to find it for you. All right, you guys, that's it. Let's say goodnight, John boy. Jamal, help us out. Did I use Black Friday deals to save money on what? What are we talking about? I didn't buy anything. All right, you guys, thanks so much. Let's take it home. Wow, did I keep this Patreon thing up all the whole show? I'm sorry, I don't usually do that. Say goodnight, John Boy. What happened here tonight? You got to hang out with your boy JN. That's me, Jamar Nicholas. I go by many names. I have a lot of nicknames. I started the show off with the Grand Poobah of indie comics. That was an old name that was gifted to me by, I think it was Calamity John Morris. Shout out to Calamity John, one of my favorite cartoonists. But there's others that you may enjoy. John Cena. Philly Donahue. Johnny Carson. That's wild stuff. 99 Dolomite. Yes. Let's do it. Oh no, I've had StreamYard forever. Any Black Friday sales don't apply to me because I'm an old member. Pause. Thank you, man. That's a whole other thing. We'll talk. Hit me up. Thank you, guys. All right. And also, I can't forget my favorite one. Oh, you know what? I didn't tell Peter Warwick that my nickname is Captain Scholastic. Next time I see him, I'll pass that on. Captain Scholastic, and also the captain of the ship, Jean-Luc Picard. There are 4 Johns. What happened here today? You got to hang out with your boy JN, and you got to watch me drink a cup of coffee and run my mouth. Thank you, brother. Now that I'm out of coffee. Say goodnight, Black Santa. Video over. Somebody wake up Hicks.